I'm here with you guys to talk about habits. What is going on, guys? It is your boy Brandon Groce. I'm a designer and digital strategist for Fortune 500s, and I'm here with you guys to talk about habits. Now, before we get into the content, what we got to do before we get into it is I want you guys to pause the video and hit that like button, and don't forget to follow my channel to make sure you guys get updates with everything that I output on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of every week to give you guys more valuable content on how to become a more valuable designer. So in terms of talking about how to become a more valuable designer, why the hell are we talking about habits? So why I wanted to talk about and breach upon this topic today is because I feel like with all the information that is out there in the world today with the internet, a big challenge in our community, or really in the world today, is we don't have a knowledge problem. Knowledge is so accessible now with the internet. We've had books. So what we fall up against now is not how much or really the challenge here is not how much and how we can learn. Knowledge is out there. We can go out and find it, but it's applying what we know to our day-to-day lives. And finding knowledge is easy, but actually doing what we know is difficult. And that's why why I want to bring about the topic of habits today. And really, not only why is it important, like I explained, because habits are the foundation of what allow us to get closer on gradually closer to the people we want to become, and also closer to our goals. Knowledge and knowing only gets us so far. It's the application of that knowledge that gets us to that next step in our careers and gets us to that next version of ourselves that we want to become. Let's talk about how to actually build habits. Now, if you guys are familiar with a book called Incognito, I'll put it right here. It's a very good book, and it talks about the subconscious working of the human brain. So what I learned from this book Incognito is that it takes about 2 weeks to really ingrain a habit into your day-to-day life. So I'm going to take myself for an example, and really what we're going to go down into is the framework that I use to embed habits into my day-to-day life. Really all you need is two things. One is you have to keep a habit or an action going for at least 2 weeks minimum, right? And only then does your body get used to taking action on that one thing autonomously. The way that the brain works, and like I mentioned in this book Incognito, what it talks about is that how the brain works is that it works consciously. Those conscious actions and or efforts, it slowly passes to the subconscious brain to push all of that effort to the subconscious and keep letting it go, and keeping those actions keeps you doing those actions without using your conscious attention and or capabilities or ability. It basically just your brain wants to make more space in the conscious area of your brain so you can make other decisions. Your brain is a super powered autonomous machine. I totally need to get the word out of the dictionary, but it's basically your brain is really good at automating things. It moves things from conscious to subconscious so that it can make more room in your conscious brain for other actions. So with that said, it takes 2 weeks, with knowing now that it takes 2 weeks to ingrain a habit into your subconscious brain and take less of you effort-wise consciously. We have to do an action for at least 2 weeks minimum. How I like to do this and how I set my framework up is I say, okay, I'm going to use my last habit that I ingrained: deep breathing, the Wim Hof deep breathing techniques. Basically, how I'll set this up to ingrain this in my day-to-day life is just like I do every day. I have a journal that I write in specifically my to-dos or my goals. So I only have, and I talked about this on many other IGTVs, I basically plan a day ahead. So at night, every night, I make sure to list between 3 and 4 goals for the next day. And I plan each goal has a specific timestamp. So with my Wim Hof deep breathing, I basically said, okay, we are going to do my deep breathing during every morning cold shower. And so every morning that I'm taking a cold shower, I must do my deep breathing techniques. So that every morning when I'm in the cold shower, and this is exactly how I did my cold showers, I basically said, at this time we're going to take a cold shower, and you're not allowed to start your day if you do not do your cold showers. And same thing with your breathing, right? So basically take your skill or whatever habit that you want to ingrain, book it, or really write it in your journal or schedule it the day before at a specific time, or make sure that you're doing that specific habit that you want to ingrain in your life at a specific time every day. That's really what's key. Making sure that you're doing that one habit at a specific time daily. Just so you get, over time, your body, your mind, basically recognizing that you do a specific thing at a certain time of day. Just like food. Your body, you feed your body at certain times of day. That's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Therefore, your body recognizes and expects food at these specific time intervals. That is what you're teaching your body, and that's what we want to do with habits. So teach your body to expect this thing to happen at X time during the day. So with that, literally that is my first step, number one, in regards to ingraining the the new habit into my life. So really the two things that I think are highly important is, one is scheduling your day, or really laying out your day before the day before. I like to set up my day the day prior, so I basically set a rule or my must-do list before I go to bed the next day. And with that, I make sure to schedule specific times to do a specific action. And the reason that is highly important is to get your mind and body ready to do a specific action at a certain time. Just like we do with our food, subconsciously we don't know what we're doing it, but we're training our body to accept or expect food at certain times of the day. So with that said, guys, in terms of habits, that's really just step one, making sure that you're doing a specific action the same day, every day, and making sure that you're doing on a consistent basis, because on a consistent basis, what you're starting to do is after the 2 weeks, you'll actually find yourself doing the action. If you're doing it how I'm saying right now, and you're basically building a system that your body and mind expect to do your new habit, you will start to find yourself doing the motions without having to put as much conscious attention into your new habits as you were before. So with that said, guys, my whole reason for making this video is to really just outline, that it's not just the skills and the knowledge that you have to have in order to get to that next level in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. The fundamentals of habits and mastering habits are huge and important in regards to, actually taking action on the knowledge that you already have access to. So with that said, guys, do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and also drop a comment down below in regards to this topic. So with that said, guys, this is your favorite designer and digital strategist, Brandon Groce, out.